What's up, everybody? It's Zach, the Celtics guy. I'm back with another video, and I'm back with another topic in the news, which I didn't want to address, but it's an issue going on in the news right now, and I figured that I would kind of cover it and so on and so forth, because I do have some views that I feel kind of passionate about, and I'd like to, let out there and whatnot. So, and it's also kind of one of those videos that I'm going to send a message to all those people out there that thought that Biden was going to be a step up from Trump. I hate to say I told you so, and I don't mean to sound like an arrogant bastard here, but I'm sorry, but I hate to say I told you so. So how did I know? How did I not know that President Biden was going to do stupid shit and blindly get the U.S. involved into another stupid-ass bullshit military conflict? Yes. Joe Biden is probably, the 10th president to bomb Syria over an issue surrounding the issue of Iran? A good friend of mine actually sort of predicted this. He said in so many words, I can predict that Biden's going to start a war next if he gets into office and all that. And look, Trump bombed Syria, Obama tried to, and now we got this issue. Now we got Biden doing the same thing. And Biden was saying, we needed to do this for self-defense purposes and stupid shit like that. Hey, dumbass, I have news for you. Syria never attacked the U.S., and neither did Iran. They didn't attack us. So why are we in Syria? Why are we even doing this? Why are we getting involved? I'll tell you why. The military-industrial complex runs the show. Pro-Israeli groups run the show. AIPAC and all these neoliberal and neoconservative groups and entities and all that run the show, and they tell the president what to do. They have influence over the president and their pockets and their money and lobbyist money and all this other shit. So that's exactly what Biden was going to do. Biden was going to do something like this. I knew he was going to get us involved in a military conflict, and somehow, whether it was either Latin America or the Middle East, because Joe Biden supported the coup in Venezuela with there's this right-wing puppet in Venezuela fighting against Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela. His name is Juan Guaido. He's a right-wing CIA puppet, and Joe Biden was saying we should recognize Joe Biden said we should recognize Juan Guaido over Nicolas Maduro simply because we don't like Nicolas Maduro with and a bunch of stupid bullshit like that. So, not surprised, because Biden is also a fucking warmonger. He's another fucking war criminal, just like the rest of them. Just like Trump, the Bushes, the Clintons, and every single one of these other fuckers. And Obama was pretty much the same thing. And Biden is doing the same thing, getting us involved in these stupid-ass bullshit fucking wars. So now he's bombing Syria now. He already bombed Syria. And now we have an issue where we are yet again involved in another issue. So now Joe Biden wanted to negotiate on the issue of the Iranian nuclear deal that Trump got the U.S. out of, which, by the way, I vehemently disagreed with, and saying, doing this, aren't we supposed to renegotiate this deal with Iran and try to get Iran to come back to the negotiating table, which they said that they were going to do, provided that the U.S. lifts all these bullshit sanctions on them? So, and now this is going to hinder the talks with Iran and all these other, places and everything else. So now Biden is pulling this bullshit against a country that never attacked us. Here's the damn thing about it. This is a war crime. This is a violation of international law. To bomb a country that didn't attack you, that's a violation of international law. But American politicians don't think that way. Do you know why they don't think that way? They don't think that way because they think that we are America, we are the U.S., we are the most powerful nation in the world, we are a nation above nations, not a nation with nations. We can break international law, we can get away with whatever the fuck we want, we can kill a bunch of innocent civilians for no reason because we're America and we can do it. No, that's not the way it works. Because as an American, and I'm sure there are some listeners that probably are watching me from foreign countries and whatnot, but I can say as an American, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by you fuckers and people that represent my damn country and are ruining my country. And I'm sick and tired of being taken over by morons like you. I'm tired of the military-industrial complex. I am tired of these war criminals. I'm tired of these neoliberals. And these neoconservatives. I'm sick and tired of every single one of you. And I'm embarrassed as an American to be represented by morons like you. And don't come in here and say I'm unpatriotic or anything like that, because I'm not. I'm not going against my country. No, I'm going against the politicians that are running the fucking joint. Because dissent is the greatest form of patriotism. Always remember that. So anyone who wants to give me this fucking bullshit that, oh, if you go against these war policies and all that, that makes you unpatriotic. I've had many right-wing puppets. I've had many right-wing dumbasses that have made comments against me when I've made anti-war statements on various comment sections on other channels like Secular Talk and so on and so forth. And just saying a bunch of bullshit that like, oh, you're unpatriotic, and yeah, fuck you. That doesn't make me unpatriotic. That just makes me see that these wars are a bunch of bullshit, and I'm sick and tired of them being in my name. And if anybody wants to know why anti-American sentiment is so high in the Muslim world and the Arab world, it's for reasons like this. Because our government and our politicians are terrorizing those innocent people, are terrorizing innocent Arab and Muslim men, women, and children. You know, arming Israel against the Palestinians while they're brutally suppressing the Palestinians and their Arab neighbors. Arming Saudi Arabia and their fucking genocide against Yemen and their blockade against Yemen for political reasons against the Houthis who are Shiite, Saudi Arabia Sunni, and they hate them and blah, blah, blah. And then now they're crippling Yemen, and Yemen is at risk for starvation. Yemeni men, women, and children are at risk for starvation, dehydration, and all kinds of crippling diseases and disabilities and everything else because of this. And it's in the U.S.'s name. It's in the U.S.'s name. I don't like any of these fucking people. Joe Biden is a war criminal. Joe Biden is a war criminal. And don't give me this fucking bullshit that we were doing it for self-defense reasons. No. Syria never attacked us. Iran never attacked us. And I'm not defending those regimes either. So don't try to sit here and think, oh, I'm defending Iran or Syria. Okay, fuck that. I'm not defending any of those people. I'm not defending any of those governments either. I'm just saying they never attacked us. They weren't doing anything to us. Then why don't we just leave them the hell alone? Leave those innocent civilians in peace. Leave Syria in peace. Leave Iran in peace. Leave all those countries in peace. But we can't live in peace because our politicians, the government doesn't want peace. They want to exploit their imperialist policies, hegemony, American imperialism, American exceptionalism, American nationalism, and all this other fucking bullshit. This is exactly where our taxpayer dollars are going to. They're going to fund bullshit fucking wars in the Middle East, bombing brown people for oil and imperialism. Rather than fixing our crippling infrastructure, fixing our broken healthcare system, fixing all these other problems that the U.S. has right now, that's the reason why the U.S. is the only country that can't afford universal health care. And the main reason for that is people on the right are always saying, oh, we can't afford it and everything else. Okay, so we can afford trillions of dollars bombing the shit out of random countries, right? We can afford that, but we can't afford to give people health care and education, universal health care and universal education, and actually have a system that actually works and is beneficial for the people. Every modern country in the world has universal health care. Every modern country. Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Greenland, Canada, Australia, the UK. The UK has had universal health care since the 1940s. New Zealand. All these modern countries all have universal health care. Even fucking Israel has universal health care. Do you know why? Because they get billions of dollars of American taxpayer dollars, so they can fund it. Arab states have universal health care. Even the most extreme theocratic Arab states like Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, even Saudi fucking Arabia has universal health care. They have it. All of Latin America has universal health care. That's the reason we can't afford it. Because of stupid shit like Biden. Because of stupid fucking idiots like Biden doing this shit to random countries. And it's not just Biden, it's Trump too. Trump did the same shit. You know, he bombed Syria in 2017 and again in 2018 over bullshit that Assad has chemical weapons. Here's the thing about it. Remember when Bush in 2003 said that Saddam Hussein, the former, secular leader in Iraq, he said that Saddam has weapons of mass destruction? Yeah, turns out he didn't have it. So Bush led us into a war based on false pretenses. He committed war crimes and torture and all kinds of other crimes against humanity in the U.S.'s name, killing a minimum of 200,000 innocent civilians, men, women, and children, in a war based on a lie. And not to mention the thousands, if not millions, of soldiers that also died as a result of a bullshit war and false pretenses. Obama bombed all these other countries with fucking drones, and of course the left doesn't want to talk about that. Then Trump did it to Syria, not once but twice. He wanted to militarily get involved in Venezuela and Cuba and all these other fucking places. And now we got Biden doing it to Syria. Because people on the left thought that, he was a step up from Trump. He was a step up from Trump and all that. It doesn't take much to be better than Trump. No offense to any of my listeners that like Trump and everything. I have no qualms with you. I have no quarrels with you. You're all my friends. I still care about you all deeply. It don't take much to be better than a loudmouth orange idiot, okay? It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to be better than a bloated orange buffoon, okay, like Trump. It doesn't take much. But Biden ain't the alternative. Remember how I was always saying bitching about the other side only helps your case if you have an alternative? Yeah, I said that. That goes for the left and the right. Biden is not the alternative because Biden's the status quo. He's doing the same thing. Biden's doing the same tired imperialist way of thinking that Trump, the Bushes, the Clintons, and every other American president post-World War II has done. That is the reason. That's why. This is the reason why. So anyone who wants to sit here and say that, I'm far left because of my views on healthcare and education and all that. No, I mean, for the 9,000th time, anybody who wants to sit there and say that, I mean, for the 9,000th time, not pertaining to my listeners that watch me and know who I am. I'm talking about the people that don't know who I am and want to sit there and bitch that I'm like on the far left. No, I'm center left. I'm like half liberal and half conservative, slightly more liberal than otherwise. I lean more to the left, just slightly more to the left. And then the other rest of it, I have conservative, centrist, whatever. I'm like, as I always say, 51% liberal, 49% conservative. I don't mean to repeat that 1,000 times, but I'm just kind of sending that out there to any new people who are watching me and understand that. So, this video isn't intended to be that long, so I'm going to wrap it up in just a minute or two. So, Biden did this in Syria. Instead of focusing on shit that's going on here at home, global crisis, a depression, and everything else, you got all these problems. You got all these other problems, but Biden decides to waste our money and bomb fucking Syria. A country that didn't attack us, is not our problem, has no impact on the U.S. whatsoever. So we lied about WMDs in Iraq. What makes you think I'm going to believe your story on chemical weapons in Syria? I don't. Kiss my fucking ass. I don't fucking believe it. My government never lied to me before, right? They never lied before. The Gulf of Tonkin was a lie. The Japanese attacking the Chinese on the mainland, that was fraudulent. The Bay of Pigs in Cuba, that wasn't a lie. All these other bullshit wars on lie. Oh, Cuba has biological weapons that fucking John Bolton from the Bush administration and also part of Trump's administration for a brief period was saying Cuba has biological weapons. Like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. The U.S. government is keen on screwing up shit at home and is continuing the status quo and terrorizing innocent civilians abroad, and then they cry wolf when those people hold back and stand back, not hold back, push back and say, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. We don't want this. We don't want you doing here. Leave us alone. You're not going to do anything good for us. Don't do anything for us at all. Just leave us the fuck alone. And I, as an American, don't blame those people. I really don't. Biden is a war criminal. I don't support war criminals, whether they have a D at the end of their name or an R at the end of their name, whether they're Democrat, Republican, left-wing, right-wing, I don't give a shit. If you're a warmonger, you're not a left-winger. You're not a left-winger. You're an extreme, either neoliberal or a neoconservative. You're neither a liberal or conservative. You're just a fucking neoliberal, neocorporatist, or neoconservative. You're not any of those things. You're just a joke. You're a fuck-up of a human being, and you should be nowhere near the levers of power. Joe Biden should not be near the levers of power. Joe Biden is completely ridiculous, puts his foot in his mouth at every given opportunity. He can't talk worth shit. And that's not to say that I don't about anything good of, Trump either. I had some good things to say about Trump here, there, and everywhere. But overall, no, Trump, no, fuck, no. Con man, okay, scam artist, fake billionaire, unethical buffoon who also put his foot in his mouth at every given opportunity. And also a warmonger as well. I don't support that guy. No, absolutely not. I don't support Biden either. In a world that makes sense, with a country that made sense, none of these people would or should be near the levers of power. We need leadership. A real change in leadership. And this ain't one of them. Vote them all out. Don't vote either Democrat or Republican. Vote against them all. Period. Democrats and Republicans fucking suck. Period. Democrats and Republicans can all kiss my fucking ass. They all suck. They're all no different than each other when it comes to war, imperialism, American exceptionalism, and all this other bullshit. They're all no different. Vote them all out. Don't vote for either one of them. They're not worthy of your vote. And I'm not telling anyone how to vote or how to think or anything like that. I'm saying, from my perspective, they're not worthy of my vote. My vote. They're not worthy of my vote. Case closed. I'm against all of this. Democrat or Republican, I don't care who it is. I'm against this, period. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I got work in a couple hours, so I'm gonna wrap this up, get my stuff ready. Anyway, thank you all for listening, and I thought I'd just come on here and talk about that and discuss all these issues going on, and I thought I would just, kind of throw it out there, what's going on. I'll be back with more videos soon, and I will do some more other topics and more other fun topics to discuss. I got other video ideas and all that, and just I don't know, just a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. I'm scatterbrained. Sorry if I'm kind of rambly at times, but anyway, I got more videos and a bunch of other ideas in the works. So stay tuned for more. This is Zach, the Celtics guy. Thank you for watching, and say no to war against Syria, because that's what I say. I say no to war against Syria, and I'm not telling anyone what to say or how to think. That's just my opinion. That's my belief, and this is also the facts that these wars are ridiculous, and there's no need of any of them whatsoever. Period. Bottom line. Peace. Have a nice day or night, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye for now. Peace out. Have a nice day.